Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to the film room. Your boy Papa Shro here to break down some more film. This time from week 3, the offensive side of the football against the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. Hit the bell and like the video as well if you enjoy it. And then the bell, of course, to stay notified whenever I post something right here on YouTube, whether it be film breakdowns, podcast, hater wager parlays. And with that, let's get straight into the film. We're going to start with this first play, opening drive of the game. Quick screen, get it out to Xavier Worthy, let him do his thing. Plants his foot down on the ground, goes the other way. First down, easy money. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. I mean, I said this all year last year. Kind of been the MO of the Chiefs the last couple of years, it seems like. Especially getting the run involved as heavily as they have. And kind of getting these, shorter, easier routes. Working off of that run. And right here, another one. Big time juke right there by Rashee Rice. Big play. Just kind of beats the zone. We're going to watch it from this angle real quick and then go back to the side angle. Nice play by Rashee Rice, though. Did his thing. All right, so we're going to get a chance to look at the coverage here. Rashee Rice, pretty much just an out route right here. They're going to go with two. The guy's going straight down the field. You have 4 different levels over here, really. So you're going to have Rashee Rice come up and go out. Boom. And boom. I think this was Kelce kind of over here in the flat. Kind of a move towards the inside, gets the linebacker off right there. That's a great move. And I think Rashee Rice has really shown how good his route running has gotten, because he makes this move out this way and is, of course, going to come back and, boom, go all the way out, really. I tried to draw an arrow there. That did not work. But immediately, you're kind of getting the linebacker right here. He thinks he's going to go back, follow Rashee Rice on this, gets him out of position where he needs to be going the other way. And it's just a little bit of route running right there. Boom. All of that momentum from the linebacker is moving backwards. And Patrick Mahomes, for one, already throwing the ball at this point. This is really the only guy you got to worry about. Linebacker, pretty much, he's out of the play. This window is where Mahomes has to fit it in. He's got, about 5-ish yards maybe on each side right here to fit this ball to Rashee Rice. And if that, with both of them crashing down, obviously the DB I don't think sees it quite yet. And when he's able to plant his feet, I mean, the ball is already in the air, on its way. Rashee Rice catches it. Nice quick little back juke. Gets maybe a couple extra yards with that. Great play. Great play by Rashee Rice, and a great coverage or zone beater really right there for Steve Spagnuolo to draw up. Steve Spagnuolo. I've been talking about defense too much, obviously. But for Andy and Nagy to draw up right there. A little bit later on this drive now, Pat backs up. And, boy, the Chiefs were moving the ball so well on this drive. For it to end with an interception in the end zone really felt pretty deflating. But, I mean, they just do a good job on Kelce right here. The safety gets back. I think that, the ball's obviously already thrown. The pressure, I think, is what really kills this play right here. The way the Falcons bring this blitz. We'll come back to this angle real quick to watch everything going on with the offensive line. And really, is it the linebacker? They bring a 6-man rush right here. So really, there's just not enough blockers up front. I was trying to see exactly why 55 is running free. There's not a blocker for him. And Carson Steele is on the wrong side to be able to pick anything up right here. I mean, if Carson Steele is over here on this side, he'd be able to get to 55. Just on the wrong side, and that speeds up the play. So go back to this here now to see from this angle. Boom. Pat knows he's got to throw. And at this point, I mean, it doesn't look bad, right? It doesn't look terrible. I mean, Kelce is going right here for this space. You've got one guy chasing him. And, I mean, Mahomes throwing this a little early, obviously, because this pressure right here that is about to get to him, really, Mahomes thinks he has him beat. DB right here does a great job reading Mahomes, reading the ball, paying attention, and moving back with Kelce towards the end zone. And I believe, okay, he's the one that is essentially going backwards here. He's going to go behind Kelce almost. And right here is who's going to make the interception. Boom. Steps right in front of it. Great play. I mean, you got to tip your cap. I mean, it was a great play by that DB right there on Kelce to make it all the way back from where he was. Because, I mean, if you look at where he was, I mean, the ball not placed terribly great. I mean, he really lofts that thing up. But, I mean, at the time he was throwing it, by the time the corner moved back, I mean, if he throws that further out, let's see if we can go back just a little bit further. So, Mahomes is going to end up hitting this throw kind of further out. I mean, then you got that guy to worry about. How he did throw it, now this guy. So, what looked promising at the moment he started throwing it closed up really quick, and it shows you how good NFL defenses are, I think, right there with that play. Because, I mean, from the point where he throws or is getting into his throwing motion because of the pressure, I mean, boom, right there, he's starting to throw. We saw on the other angle what that looked like down the field. Looked fairly open. Closes up pretty quick, and Patrick Mahomes has just been a little off all year, and it's still happening, which is, I don't know. We'll just have to see exactly how that shapes out through the rest of the year. Samaje Perine, I feel like he got a lot of love in this game, really. Especially me watching on film right here. I mean, it's one thing to show you that offensive line. I mean, the offensive line is just absolutely terrific. I mean, those guys, the interior that the Chiefs have in Tooney, Humphrey, and Trey Smith is just the best in the NFL. Samaje Perine gets right through the gap he was supposed to get through, makes a big play happen, but this is just textbook blocking. I mean, they are moving the Atlanta Falcons down the field. And the way this is set up just ends up working out perfect because you end up getting Creed Humphrey as your lead blocker that's already moving up to the second level, and the ball is just now being handed off. It's absolutely perfect. Jawan Taylor makes contact, kind of pulling his guy, but I mean, wide, open space right there for Samaje Perine to run through. Humphrey kind of helps make sure no one gets back on that backside angle. Samaje Perine on up the field. The Chiefs continue to move the football. Here is the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Rashee Rice early on in the game, and just a good out route by Rashee Rice. And again, the route running of Rashee Rice. Rice comes in on a short motion, stops, and just that little bit of separation right there. That's all he needed. And also right here, stacking both receivers is great because now you've got confusion between these two Falcons right here on who they're going to take. We saw a little bit of confusion on the defensive film breakdown, right, about this same spot in the field. But doing that now just gives that little bit of hesitation that makes this play work. Who am I going to take? He's going on past me. Rashee Rice makes the move to the out. Boom, catch. You're not getting me. Touchdown, Kansas City. Great play. Exactly how you draw it up. I mean, that short motion was perfect and really opened this whole play. And going into some of the motions that Andy is able to pull off and the way it opens up some of these plays. I mean, we've seen the Super Bowl plays, the Tom and Jerry, the corn dog, these plays that have won the Super Bowl the last 2 years, really. I mean, they had 2 touchdowns off of, weird little motion plays that just broke the defensive coverage in the Eagles game, and then they win the game off of the same kind of deal against the 49ers. Patrick Mahomes drops back, easy route. I mean, can you be more wide open than this? Easy. I mean, this is the Chiefs at their best. Everybody is going deep pretty much. You've got a one-on-one out here. You got 2-on-1 up here. You got another safety up top. And you got one traveling with the receiver right here. And Buddy right here is about in no man's land, which looks like maybe he's the one that should have came down to defend that. I'm not 100% sure there. Or just sees the opening that has been left. Another guy right here. I mean, there's a lot of green grass between Travis Kelce in the middle here, I believe, might have been Noah Gray actually on this one. I think it was. Yeah, Noah Gray. A lot of green grass in between Noah Gray and the next Atlanta Falcon. They're going to give me twice. It's going to end up being Wiley. No, it is. Noah Gray motions over to the same side with Kelce. Kelce clears out the middle. That guy's going with him. Take this back just a little bit. Yeah, that's Carson Steele. So this linebacker right here has to stay true to Carson Steele. That's his assignment right here. Buddy in the middle of the field, he's going to travel with Kelce. You got Worthy going deep. So just to go back to the other angle of this, what we're kind of looking at. So he's got to stay with the running back. You got the guy in the middle, basically like a cover 3 right here where you got 3 guys up top. I think you're worried about Worthy's speed. And they've got 3 tight ends on the field right now. And this is what the defense is doing against them with 3 tight ends on the field. I mean, you got a big formation right there with Wiley, Kelce, and Gray. But it just shows the ability of all of these tight ends and how good they can catch. And you have to respect it. And Kelce has done this all year. Travis Kelce did this right there. The guy that is supposed to be man in that zone right over the middle just went right with 87. He didn't even have a care in the world what 83 was doing. He was going with 87. So where the middle zone would have taken him, but, we saw it in the Ravens breakdown. I believe there was a play or two in the Bengals breakdown as well, where it's just like we see these huge openings, and it's like, well, why is that guy open? That's the first thing that I think every time that I see somebody just that wide open is why. And I mean, right there, Travis Kelce following along with him. Get to the next play. This one was a big play right here, and an absolute dime thrown by Patrick Mahomes to drop that where he did to get around the defense. Let's watch it from here one more time, kind of see what we got everybody doing. It's going to be Rashee that ends up. Okay, so basically Rashee working off the clear out. And, this is one thing that I feel like the D-Hop trade does well for the Chiefs, is they're just really trying to replace that production that they were getting from Rashee Rice. And Rashee Rice isn't a world beater or anything like that. Very good receiver and has the ability, I think, to become, a top-flight receiver in the league. But this is what the Chiefs do to make Rashee Rice look as good as he does. Rashee Rice is the lone receiver that came from this side. Right here now. He gets this clear out from man 1, man 2. My mouse settings are too sensitive for film breakdowns. So you get the clear out, but then the part that brings it all together at this point, this linebacker in this zone right here now sees something. I got this check down wide open. Easy. Super easy check down right here. Boom. Easy. Easy money. With him breaking down to come try to save that, ends up putting Rashee Rice wide open. Or at least that step. Because I do think that he follows it again. That is part of what made this throw so difficult. No, it's the safety or the DB following him. Closes in pretty good. Mahomes is able to read that perfectly and decide to go for a little bit more yardage. I think that was Carson Steele over there in the flat. But definitely probably 10 to 15 more yards than you would have got. That was not Carson Steele in the flat over there. That was Noah Gray. Noah Gray, quick little release on the money. Can't do it much better than that. And Mahomes may not be playing his best football, but his not best football is still better than a lot of other quarterbacks in this league. Great eyes by Mahomes right here. He sees the space wide open in front of him, and we have plenty of more rushing plays to talk about Mahomes as we are delving further and further into this film now. And Mahomes pump fake, gets a man to jump, wide open space over the middle of the field. And I mean, this is another reason I think Mahomes is so hard to beat a lot of times, is he may not possess the speed and all of these other, things that Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniels or guys like that possess. But the way he reads the defense, I think, is what his attribute is when it comes to running. Because it seems like, unless it's a third down the Chiefs have to have and he's just running for dear life, a lot of times when Mahomes pulls down and decides to run for it, wide open. Nobody around him. Right here, quick little end-around trick play over to Xavier Worthy. And I almost want to say this was the one where he fumbled and then recovered it, or something like that happened. We'll see right here. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But they are showing that they just want to get Xavier Worthy involved. And we will get to the 49ers game because I have started getting through or I might have got all the way through. I can't remember exactly, but I'm like halfway through watching the film on that game, and the end around and the jet sweeps, just absolutely destroy the 49ers. I don't know why. It did a couple of years ago. It was one of my topics that I had on, the Chiefs will do this if they win the Super Bowl. If you watch that video, that was part of, what I talked about was for some reason they just cannot defend this jet sweep, and McCall Hardman just seems to be the 49er killer. Anyways, watching the Chiefs try to work Xavier Worthy in with these plays, I really like, and would like to continue to see all season long. I think that, continuing to have him worked in the offense, I think is as much as you can to develop him, I think is the best. The play we saw at the beginning of this film breakdown, the quick screen. It's these little plays that they try to get Worthy really going until he's probably ready to make that leap into being, the true deep threat. We saw it against the Chargers. We did see it, and we'll get into that in the next offensive film breakdown, obviously. It was the biggest play of the game, biggest play of the season thus far still. So this one looks like our video got a little chopped off. Looks like it's ball already in motion. But either way on this one, we'll go back and look at this other angle. This was the touchdown to Juju. Kind of see what everybody's doing. There's a motion down. I believe whoever's running across the field was the motion guy. And again, another play where motion kind of clears out for the Kansas City Chiefs, which I wish I didn't cut that play as much as I did on editing, or I don't know what the hell happened there, actually. But that motion does clear this out. Obviously, we're not watching it, not able to see it from this angle, but right here to cross and confuse, because now Juju, I mean, that's wide open in the NFL. I mean, you're not going to get a lot more easier throws than that one. It leads to the touchdown. Similar kind of look to it as the Rashee Rice touchdown on the out route earlier, where they just tried to get some space, and once they did get the space, it was wide open. Let your playmakers work. Good crossing route. Just that hesitancy with the DB causes that whole play. From the motion in to crossing the field, and then all of a sudden you got somebody running full blast, full speed across the other way. Now you got to change your whole direction of your body, go back the other way. Works out perfect. Right here, another crossing route. That one ends up being incomplete. This one ended a drive. Motion down Carson Steele into the backfield. We'll see. We'll be able to get a better view of exactly what goes wrong on this play right here. So it looked like somebody maybe got a hand on it. Yeah. I'll have to slow this thing way down though to see who the hell got a hand on that thing. Motion over Steele. No, it's just a bad throw. This might have even been a play that I didn't even mean to throw in here. Now I got to relook for. It's one thing about watching the film and then getting back to why you even decided to throw it in there. So I guess maybe that shall remain a mystery here. I think this is right there at the end of the game. That ended up leading to the Falcons getting that other shot. It's a really bad throw. Honestly, I mean, Mahomes has been off all year long. Just a little off. It's been weird to see as a Chiefs fan. Everybody's getting their jokes off, which is cool. The Chiefs are still on their road to another three-peat. 7-0 at the moment, at the time that I'm recording this video. Monday night game against the Bucs coming up next. We'll get into that on the podcast on Monday. And until then, if you enjoyed this film breakdown, make sure you smash that like button for me. Truly, truly helps out, and I truly appreciate it, especially if you watched all the way to the end. I really do appreciate that. As well as hit the bell to be notified whenever I post film breakdowns. I've got plenty of film now gone through. It's just sitting down and recording it. So I plan on getting caught up on film pretty much this week, and hopefully by next weekend or so get into actually being up to date and current and get into the Bucs film, because the way that NFL Pro, man, they have film next day. I mean, I'm recording this Friday after the November 1st, after the Jets and Texans game, and that film is already available. So I'm going to try to stay on top of this and get this these film breakdowns out quicker to you guys. So again, make sure you hit that bell, stay notified when I drop, as well as smash that subscribe button. Through the analytics, and most of you guys aren't subscribed that are watching these videos, especially if you're new to the channel and you enjoy this video. If you made it this far and listen to me ramble on this long about film and this or that and the 49ers, and smash that subscribe button for me. On the road to 300 subscribers. Until next time, I will see you back here in the film room. Go Chiefs.